Hi everyone, Susan Friesen here with eVision Media, bringing you today's video e-tip. And I'm not in front of my computer today. I'm actually out here on location with the beautiful Kindy Gill.
So sweet.
Kindy is one of our clients, and I met with her today at the Women of Worth Awards, and she came and partook in the activities, and so I grabbed the opportunity to have a quick conversation with her because we were having a really interesting conversation about her journey, which is fascinating. And you know, I know you have a long corporate background, but as an entrepreneur, when did you really start being an entrepreneur?
2 years ago.
2 years ago, and that's when we first met, right?
That's right.
Yeah, and Kindy approached me about getting a website done. And can you kind of explain a little bit about your thought process as to why you hired me, not me personally, but why you were looking for somebody like me, and also the reasoning behind you going through that investment process right off the bat, as opposed to trying to put up your own website and do what many other entrepreneurs do at the beginning. So why don't you go ahead and explain a little about what happened?
Well, first of all, I really wanted to work with somebody I could trust. And so then, being a female entrepreneur, I wanted to connect with the female to be able to help put my messaging out into the world, right? And so that was one of the key reasons for why I chose you. The second was, why did I want a professional website as opposed to perhaps having a sort of a simple, like, pay-as-you-go type thing and then keep developing and changing as you move along. I was very clear about the type of clients I wanted to attract, and I was very clear that I needed to have the right platform in place rather than constantly having to chase to get my clients to come in. I wanted the credibility to be there up front and that platform to be existing. And because it has been, every single person that I've actually attracted to my business has been of a higher caliber than would have been otherwise possible if I had gone down the route of, I've got no money to pay for this, I've got to wait until the customers come in and then I'm going to invest. That was not my psychology. I just knew that as a businesswoman, I have to invest in the right things up front and the rest will sort itself out. And it has totally proved to be the case because I have a beautiful platform and people love the information when they come to the site. Yeah,
and you were telling me a few stories that are mind-blowing, really. Like, you accidentally met somebody on a plane who happened to be an organizer of a huge event that you are now speaking at.
That's right.
And I was telling Kindy that, you know, when you just meet somebody on, you know, sit side by side, the first thing they're going to do is go check you out on your website.
Totally.
And you know, I'm pretty convinced that because of how you are represented on your website is what made her follow through and literally, you know, invite you to be a speaker, a keynote speaker at this event.
There is no denying that is exactly what happened, because as soon as we came off the flight, she signed up on my newsletter on my website.
There you go.
And downloaded my ebook.
Yeah.
And then almost within hours, I got an invitation to meet one of her friends. And then I went out for lunch with one of her friends, and through that is how I've ended up speaking to potentially an audience of 400 plus.
Yes.
So early on in my career.
Yeah.
And all of it has just rolled really, really swiftly and easily because the credibility and the background is there in everything that's being presented through the site that you created.
Yeah.
And it's personalized to me, and it's personalized to my aspirations of the clients I wanted to reach to. So it's already doing its work ahead of time.
Yeah, and that's a good point. You know, when we build websites, we get into your head. Okay, who is your ideal client? Who is it that we want to make sure your website is speaking to? And we were even talking a little bit about that tonight too, about having to reword some things because that your client is evolving a little bit and getting more higher caliber. So the languaging on your website needs to be adjusted in order to speak the right language to attract the right people. And that is so important. Like, a website is not just throwing up something. No. There's a lot of psychology and thought and process that has to go in that, you know, in that process, in order to make it work for you in exactly the way that it has worked for you, Kindy.
I liked what we did though, Susan, because there was a certain type of language that I was using around my work, and you didn't tread on that. You didn't actually force any ideas on me. You knew what type of structure I wanted, but within that allowed me the flexibility to have my own wording. And as time has moved on, my own marketing mindset has changed, and my knowing of how certain things need to be refined has altered. So I'm now ready for another glance at my site to be able to take it to its next level without feeling right at the beginning that I have to be overwhelmed with this language and we've got to get answers to questions that I didn't actually have the answers to. It's been a process where I actually came in with what I knew. And now I can still develop it again 2 years later.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of a website, right? It can evolve and change and you know, grow along with you. And that's exactly what's been happening with you over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So, Kindy, I know that you have an incredible program that you work with entrepreneurs. It's called the Medallion. The
Dalian Method.
Dalian Method. I just said the wrong thing there. The Dalian Method. And you did a little bit of work on me too, which was amazing. And so can you tell people how to get a hold of you to learn more about the Dalian Method? Because I know we talked a lot about this too, how incredibly important it is that that people who are wanting to be entrepreneurs and business owners, there's a lot of mind stuff that goes on, a lot of blockages that goes on in our heads that prevents us from really succeeding and achieving our goals. And I know that what you do, just smashes all of that to pieces. And so tell us a little bit more about that and how people can learn more and get a hold of you to find out more.
Okay, thank you. So if you want to find out more about my work, then it's available on my website. The location is www.sparkexpansion.com, as in spelt in spark and then expansion. And in terms of the method itself, it's called the Dalian Method, and it is light years ahead of all of the work that is happening around us that tackles the concept of your mindset. Because really, when you're on a journey as an entrepreneur, you're really on a personal development journey. Like, how much can you stretch yourself to go outside your natural comfort zones, and how willing and capable you are of being able to grow to whatever the next stage is. But so much of what is happening in our psyche isn't unknown to us. And this is the beauty with the Dalian Method, because it doesn't matter that you don't know. It doesn't matter that I don't know you don't know. What matters is that I have a tool to show you what you don't know. And not only just that, to eradicate the parts that are sabotaging the quality of your life, to eradicate the element of mindset that is coming from a place that was like years ago when you were a 4-year-old, a 7-year-old, 6-year-old, or whatever it might be. Eliminate those old stories so that you get grounded in more of your own confidence and grounded in more of your own core strength, and more particularly grounded in what your real vision is and being able to be fueled to make that happen. And I'm just so lucky because it's a practical method that can be taught so easily. It empowers you to continue on with it. And then every step of the way, whatever other new hurdles you come across, the same technique gets you through. It's like the magic pill.
It is. It's amazing. It really is a great thing. So check out Kindy, SparkExpansion.com. SparkExpansion.com.
Or KindyGill.com.
Or KindyGill.com. And check her out. Sign up for her free report and you can learn more about that. So that's today's e-tip, is to think about the investment that you really would want to do in order to get to escalate the progress of your business so much quicker than always chasing after the dollar. Instead, people will come to you if you do that investment the right way to begin with.
And the right caliber people will find you.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so that's it for today's e-tip. We'll talk to you next time. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.